Hey, yo, what's gaming players? It's your boy, Desmond Sharp, man, back out here on this Madden 23 franchise mode. And we are back once again with this Madden series. We are set to continue where we left off. We are still in week number 3. We're still in the 1 o'clock schedule. This is the second to the last 1 o'clock schedule games here in week 3. In this matchup, you will see the Las Vegas Raiders doing battle with the Tennessee Titans. As you can see, both teams coming in with a record of 1-1 to start the first 2 weeks of the season. Now, it's been a bit of a flip-flop when it comes to these teams coming in at 1-1. So you guys know the Titans won in week 1 and the Raiders lost. However, in the second week, the Raiders won, but the Titans lost. So now the Titans coming in off of a loss, and the Raiders coming in off of a win. So that's basically how important this game is. And in this game, you will see the top receivers for both teams do battle. Josh Levine and Davante Adams set to go at it for both sides. We're just gonna see who puts up the best numbers. If you haven't seen the rest of the games here in week number 3, be sure to go check those games out so you guys will know what's been happening so far here in the 3rd week. And go back and check out these last 2 weeks, which has been one of the most craziest starts to a Madden series ever on my channel. The amount of close games we've had, trust me, it has been fun to watch. Now, we're going to see which one of these two teams, either the Raiders or Titans, will join the Steelers, the Texans, the Bills, the Ravens, and the Patriots at 2-1 through 3 weeks of action. And to find that out, let's head down to Nissan Stadium in downtown Nashville. The Raiders and Titans set to do battle for the right to go to 2-1 through 3 weeks of play. Let's go.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Davante Adams. There were no answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards with several stops in the end zone. It's the Raiders and the Titans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it looks like both teams are ready to go. So we're going to see which one of these teams is going to finish 3 weeks of play with a 2-1 record. So the Raiders will get the ball first, which means we will see Jalen Glass and his offense to start, as they're hoping to win back-to-back games following that week 1 defeat. You guys remember against the LA Chargers. The Titans, they're trying to bounce back from that loss against the Bills. As we're underway from Nashville. And here's the return by Phillips. And Phillips with a good return. And he gets this in towards the 38-yard line, right across the 35. And that's where the Raiders will start their first drive. And here's Jalen Glass set to lead the offense.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And also, the running back matchup, you should also pay attention to Jaden Smith and Derrick Henry. On first down, as Glass connects right side to Hunter Renfrow. And he is tackled at the 47. A gain of 10 to kick off the drive.
The drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other
Second and inches. Jaden Smith, he's going to push forward, and he's got a first down right at midfield.
12 carries,
and the Titans defense, they're hoping to contain him in this one.
Where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
First down, they're going to keep it on the ground with Smith. And this time he gets a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 43. A gain of 7, second down.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
Glass on 2nd and 3, and here's Darren Waller with the catch. And he's got another first down for the Raiders at the Titans 31. A gain of 12, first down Raiders.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Here's Glass. And that one's picked off. Kevin Byard snatches it. And the Titans will get the ball as they force the opening drive turnover. Look at this. Kevin Byard just snatched it in midair. Jalen Glass was trying to go to Davante Adams. And Kevin Byard made him pay for it. And the Titans, they get set to go at Christopher Parsons leading the way.
Now in his 5th year at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week.
Now Christopher Parsons, he definitely was talking to his team. He knows that the amount of yardage he put up in the last game was definitely the lowest he's had.
That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he is hoping to turn that one around. He's hoping to turn that one around because I know he was not happy about the amount of yardage he put up. So he's looking to turn that around here at home. Here's Derrick Henry, and nowhere to go for Henry. The Raiders defense making a play on that. 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now, I would say that running game in the last one, it was definitely snuffed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's another carry. And nowhere to go again. The Raiders defense does it for a 2nd time.
Straight loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 13 following 2 rushes going backwards.
Back back to throw.
Parsons throwing downfield, and that's incomplete. He tried to go to Josh Levine, but instead, 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So here's Kern. He'll punt. And on the return, here's A.J. Ariza. And he'll bring this up to the 37. So that's where the Raider offense will start their second drive.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession. Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against...
Here's Glass, letting it fly. Davante Adams, it's picked off. And guess who? Kevin Byard gets a second interception. Byard with running room. Kevin Byard down the right side. He's going to take it all the way. A pick 6 for the Titans. Oh boy. I don't know if that's how Jalen Glass wanted to start off his game. 2 interceptions, both of them to Kevin Byard, but this time Kevin Byard takes it for a pick 6. And Jalen Glass, he was trying to go to Davante Adams. He had the separation for a bit, but it ended up leading to Kevin Byard getting the interception and the pick 6.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock.
Here's Randy Bullock, and he splits the uprights, and it's 7-0 Titans.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So here's Kern. He's set to kick this one off.
And now the kick is away.
On the return, here's Phillips. And he'll get this one up to the 27. So the Raiders get set to go.
Difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10.
So now the Raiders offense, they get set to take over following the pick 6. They're hoping to turn that around.
Throwing after the interception. Glass.
Here's Glass. He's going to let it fly. Adams, he's got him in stride. And they're going to bring him down at the 26, inside the 30. And Jalen Glass, it felt like he had to redeem himself following that pick 6. And he figured, why not go back to Davante Adams? And he connected him in stride.
Throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this. I'll bet that won't be the last time we see him take a deep shot in this game. And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. On 1st down, Glass.
Here's Glass with nowhere to go. He's sacked. The Titans brought pressure. That's that cornerback blitz from the right side.
Pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And here's James Smith, and he is tackled in the backfield. A loss of only a yard. Is now 3rd and long for Las Vegas.
That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
And it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you could control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of
And
the
that's going to be it for the first quarter of play. Titans with a 7-0 lead.
just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on
3rd and 25 as Glass connects with Darren Waller. And Waller, did he get it? And he got the first down.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And here's a carry for Smith, right side.
And down inside the
And
10
he is pushed out of bounds right at the 7-yard line. A gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Glass.
Here's Glass to the end zone. He's picked again. And guess who again? Kevin Byard.
Possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his.
This is unbelievable. Now that right there, that one was on Jalen Glass. He threw that a bit too late. He threw that pass a bit too late. And Tennessee will get the ball back.
It allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And here's Derrick Henry. And the Raider defense continues to snuff up the run game. A loss of 2, 2nd down.
Safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun.
2nd and 12 as Parsons. Oh, no way Levine dropped that. He was he looked open over the middle of the field. But instead, 3rd and 12.
Nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd and 12 for the Titans.
Operating from the gun. Parsons.
Here's Parsons. He's going to let it fly for Levine. He's got him. And they're going to bring him down at the 33. And they're going to move the chains.
You know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
So 1st down after that completion to Levine.
Back to throw.
Play actions. Parsons throwing, and that one's batted down. He tried to go to the Ricky Burks. Instead, 2nd down.
It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate.
Here's another play action. As Parsons fires for Levine, he's got him. Touchdown, Tennessee.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass
play, you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point.
Here's the extra point for Bullock. And he nails it right down the middle. 14-0 Titans. But boy, 3 interceptions for Jalen Glass. And 2 of those interceptions have turned into points. And to me, it's just not looking too good. And this one's not going to be returned by Phillips. So Jalen Glass and company looking to get something going.
Coming up here in week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
Here's Glass on first down, and that one is complete to Adams. And boy, did they need that one. They're going to bring him down at the 46.
Catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed.
And just look at Kevin Byard. He was watching Jalen Glass, making sure that he didn't throw it to him.
What you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And with that, that's going to bring this one to the 2-minute warning. With the Raiders trying to get something going.
Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from his first half of football so far. They go play action here on first down.
Play action. Here's Glass. Oh, and that one could have been picked again. But instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's Glass again. He's going to lob this one up for the tight end, Darren Waller. And he is tackled at the 21. First down, Raiders.
Really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now we could definitely see that they're not like panicking out there. They're still throwing the football, even though they're still trailing. As Jalen Glass is going to scramble this time, and he gets leveled out of bounds right at the 14.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Glass, and he finds Darren Waller. Touchdown Raiders, as they're on the board now.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
So here's Daniel Carlson. And he splits the uprights with the extra point, 14-7.
5 plays there on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
So here's the punter, A.J. Cole, to kick this one away for the Raiders. And here's the return. And that was a good return. They're going to tackle him at the 32. So Tennessee gets set to take over.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's Parsons. Gets hit as he throws there, and that one's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw.
Parsons pressured off the right side. He's brought down. Chandler Jones picks up the sack. That was 3rd and even longer.
Going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
3rd and long, and Henry with nowhere to go. The Raiders defense, they're competing right now with this Tennessee run game. Now it's 4th down.
Seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
So here's Brett Kern to punt. And A.J. Ariza is not going to return that one. And they're going to down it right at the 11-yard line.
At the 11-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
So the Raiders will take over. They still have time on the clock. They do still have time on the clock. So let's see what they're gonna do. And they're gonna run it with James Smith, and that's not gonna go anywhere. And I mean absolutely nowhere from the very start. Play action. Jalen Glass is gonna be taken down. Bud Dupree, I believe, was the one to get there. How did they allow him to get free like that? Oh my goodness. I don't understand. How did they allow him to get off the block like that? It just seemed like he wasn't even blocked. And then all of a sudden Jalen Glass was trying to escape. And then there was nowhere else for him to run.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
And here's another run for Smith. And they're going to stop him right at the 4. And Tennessee is going to use their timeout.
So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
So A.J. Cole will punt this one away. And he gets this one out of there. And here comes Josh Levine. And he will get this to the 49.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before break. Parsons flush to his right.
Parsons, he's going to let this one fly, and that's incomplete. And with that, that's going to do it for the first half of play, with the Titans leading by a touchdown, 14-7.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it.
The final 1 o'clock scheduled game will be in Washington. The Commanders look for their first win as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Then we're going to be in LA for the beginning of the 4 o'clock schedule. The Jacksonville Jaguars looking to surprise the series when they take on the LA Chargers.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
In the first half, this first half has been good. It's a 14-7 lead for the homestanding Titans as they lead the Raiders 14-7. The Titans will get the ball to begin the second half. And here's Hillard to return it. And they're going to tackle him right at the 27. So Tennessee gets set to go.
They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parsons
looking around. He's going to scramble. And he loses the football. And no, the football went out of bounds. So they got lucky.
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play,
that one was a bit lucky.
Traffic, turbulence, people around you.
Christopher Parsons almost turned it over on the very first play of the third quarter.
Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Following the fumble recovery. Parsons.
Here's Parsons on 2nd and 6, and that one's caught by who else but Josh Levine. And now it's 3rd and quite about a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And here's Henry, and nowhere to go again for Henry. That running game has been snuffed up. My goodness.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So here's Kern to punt this one away.
Forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And Ariza's not going to return that one. And that one's going to be a touchback as that goes into the end zone.
It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And here's James Smith. And he is tackled at the 23. A gain of 3 right there. 2nd and 7.
Had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on
And here's Smith again. And this time Smith with some room left side And he goes out of bounds at the 43.
First good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
Here's Glass. He's going to let it fly. Adams, he's got it.
And it's caught inside the 10.
Big play from Davante Adams. He's got a first down.
Even 50 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Here's Glass throwing end zone, and that's incomplete. It was overthrown. He was trying to go back to Adams. Second and goal.
Back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Here's Glass to the end zone for Waller. He's got it. Touchdown Raiders.
Raider touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that
Here's
one for a
Carlson.
touchdown.
Extra point is right down the middle. And just like that, we're tied at 14.
So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Now here's Hillard on the return. And he'll take this up to the 21. So the Titans will take over.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
And just by looks of the numbers for Parsons, he only has 87 yards passing right now. He's going to have to get things going.
Parsons.
As Parsons, he's going to connect with Levine right side. And he is tackled right at the 49. First down, Tennessee.
Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
I mean, the Titans, they already know that that run game hasn't been the best. So they're just trying to do whatever they can to move the ball downfield now.
All the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Parsons getting pressured, throwing, and he overthrew his receiver Levine. Second down.
There, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Parsons.
Here's Parsons throwing to the sideline, and that's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Parsons to throw again, and wide open is Josh Levine. Touchdown Tennessee. His second of this game.
Touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Extra point by Bullock is good. And the Titans take the lead 21-14.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the there's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Kern to kick this one off. And Phillips is not going to return this one, so this one will be a touchback.
So we will start here at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders and Davante Adams.
Davante Adams to the field again. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game?
Here's Jalen Glass. Nowhere to go. He's brought down. The Titans got him. It's Brandon Lockett. Now it's second down.
This guy is calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
And here's a carry for Smith. And not much there. They're going to bring him down right at the 19. Only a yard back. Now it's 3rd and 16.
Operating from the gun.
Glass trying to fire over the middle to Adams is incomplete. So with that, 4th down for the Raiders.
They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
So here's Cole to punt. On the return, here's Levine. And they were down that one inside the 20, right at the 18.
Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Off the play fake. Parsons.
Play action. It's Parsons. And it's picked off. A.J. Ariza with the pick. And the Raiders will get the ball back. In perfect position.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to
And here's a carry for Jaden Smith. And he's going to go backwards right there. He's going to lose 3 yards. 2nd and 13. And it looks like that will be the very last play of this 3rd quarter, where we have ourselves a tight game in Nashville. 21-14.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Glass throwing for Adams. He's got him again. And he is tackled. They're going to mark him at the 4, and it's 1st and goal Raiders.
23 yards, the final tally.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Glass to the end zone, and that's incomplete. He tried to go back to Adams. 2nd and goal. And here's Smith on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this up to the 2-yard line. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far,
Glass to the end zone. He's got Hunter Renfrow for a Raider touchdown. And they can tie it in the fourth quarter.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back.
So here's Carlson. Extra point is right down the middle, and we are tied at 14.
We're all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away.
So Hillard is not going to return this one. So Tennessee gets set to go.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The slot man in motion right.
And here's Henry. And he still can't get anything to go his way. A loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed.
I don't know what's going on with that Tennessee offensive line, but they are having a huge struggle helping Derrick Henry on the ground. It's been a huge struggle for him. Here's Parsons letting it fly for the rookie Burks. And he's got it. He's tackled at the 44. A big play right there. I guess Parsons figured, why not get some more receivers involved?
Off the field with the evaluation, and they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Parsons with nowhere to go. He's going to get rid of it.
Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made
2nd and 10.
Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again.
Parsons throwing, and that one's going to be caught by Levine, who has nobody in front of him. He's got a Titan touchdown. That's his 3rd of the game. Here's Bullock. Extra point is right down the middle. And now the Titans are leading by 7, 28-21.
4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the
Here's the return by Phillips. And they're going to bring him down 3 yards shy of 30 at the 27. So here comes the Raiders.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing on 1st down.
Glass throwing, and that's batted down and incomplete.
Succeed with.
And here's a carry for Jaden Smith. And Smith breaking free in the secondary. And he is tackled at the 48-yard line. Man, if he could have got free for more than that, then who knows how far he would have ran.
Nice little burst right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it.
Here's another carry.
And he'll get this down only to
And he's going to get this to the 46. A gain of a yard, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball.
Here comes the pressure by the Titans, and Jalen Glass is going to get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the
So now 3rd and 9.
from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Glass over the middle, and Adams with another catch. And he's got another 1st down into the Titans' 25-yard line at the 24.
It's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Glass over the middle. He's got Waller. And he's going to be tackled at the 3-yard line. And 1st and goal. Smith is going to get in for the Raider touchdown. And they can tie it once more.
On the year and 4th overall. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Oh boy, the Raiders are going to stay out to go for 2. They want the lead. The Raiders want the lead. And Glass is going to find Davante Adams. And they take the lead. However, you got to look at the clock. It's still time for the other side to do something. Who knows what will happen? But how about the Raiders continuing the fight in this game and to put themselves in this position? Now all they got to do is play defense and then help their squad chew the clock. Josh Levine and the Titans. A minute and a half left.
35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw.
Here's Parsons. Oh, that could have been a huge mistake in the clutch, but instead 2nd down.
Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Parsons, and another pass is batted down. Are you serious?
Before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Parsons looking to throw downfield, and that's batted down and incomplete. He tried to go back to Levine, but I believe he overthrew it just a bit. 4th and 10.
And remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the
Here's Parsons. He's going to let it fly. Levine, and it's batted down. Wow. the Raiders defense stepping up to the challenge in the clutch.
So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like you're really backed up, hold them to
So the Raiders will take over,
now you hold them to a field
and the
goal.
Titans now, they're going to start using their timeouts.
But you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
Now the least the Titans do, they can hold on to a field goal, or they can let them score. However, the Titans will be still trailing if they allow them to score, so they gotta go for a field goal here. They've gotta at least force them to take the 3 points. Here's another carry for Smith, and they're gonna bring him down at the 23. And Tennessee uses their second timeout.
With a minute 4 left to go in the game. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Glass with nowhere to go. He's brought down.
He's taken down. What
A huge sack by the Titans. 4th down coming up for the Raiders. So which means they're going to go for the field goal.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson.
So Daniel Carlson for the field goal to make it a 4-point lead for Las Vegas. No, he missed it.
And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Are you serious right now?
Titans now.
He actually missed the field goal.
Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
Parsons, he's going to let it fly. And Levine with the catch. Josh Levine with a big catch in the clutch.
53 yards.
And the Titans, it looks like they're going to chew the clock. Unreal. And they're going to spike it with 12 seconds on the clock. So which means they're going to put it on the leg of Randy Bullock to try to give him the lead in the final stages of the game. And the Raiders, they're going to use a timeout to chew the clock. Boy, oh boy. Randy Bullock. This to take the lead for Tennessee. And possibly get him in the win column. Bullock nails it. So with 9 seconds on the clock, it's obvious that the Titans are definitely going to win this game. But you may never know what happens. And here's Jamarian Ward. He's going to bring this up to the 41.
You're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Back to throw.
Here's Glass, and that was going to be caught by Jaden Smith. And they're going to bring him down. And the Raiders use their second timeout. But I don't think they have enough time. So it looks like they're going to go for one final heave. Here's Glass to throw. Has all day. He's going to let it fly for Adams. And it's picked off. Amali Hooker picks it. And the Titans are going to hold on to win. 31-29 is the final. What a game. It had to come down to that last play. So the Tennessee Titans are going to move to 2-1 with the win here. And unfortunately for the Raiders, they suffer a tough defeat here as they'll fall to 1-2. But what a game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Tennessee, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside.
Man, oh man, what a game we all just witnessed. Both of these two teams played tremendous. Now, I just feel like this game came down to the turnovers because both teams, I would say they weren't getting a lot of turnovers, but as you can see, the Raiders had 4 turnovers, and all 4 of those were INTs. The Titans had 2 turnovers. Now that fumble from Parsons, they counted it as a turnover because the Raiders picked it up. However, the football ended up going out of bounds. So you guys can let me know about that. If the Raiders could have at least won the game a bit earlier after that fumble to start the third quarter. But like I said, that came down to the turnovers. The run game for Tennessee has got to improve because they did not have a good game running the football, even though they did win the game. So here are the stats. Christopher Parsons threw for 295, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He did get sacked once, but that was just the only sack he had in the game. And Jalen Glass threw for 294, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He is hoping to make sure that does not happen again, because especially those 4 interceptions. Now the 4 sacks, definitely he has to erase from this one, because the Raiders will be going home in the next game to try to rebound. Like I said, the ground game for both sides really wasn't that great. Except for Jaden Smith, he had a touchdown run. Derrick Henry was at negative total yards on the ground. As you can see, Jalen Glass ran for 6 and Christopher Parsons ran for 2. And like I said, for Derrick Henry, he ran for negative 13 yards. To me, that is not good. That is not good at all. He is hoping to rebound from that performance because no running back would ever want a performance out of that from Henry. And the receiving, you already know Josh Levine was on a mission to get his team to win. 7 catches for 263. He had 3 touchdowns. Davante Adams had 5 catches for 171. Surprisingly, he did not get a touchdown pass. Darren Waller had 6 catches for 104. He had 2 touchdowns. 1 catch for Treylon Burks. He had that one for 32 yards. Hunter Renfrow, 2 catches, 12 yards, and a touchdown. And Jaden Smith, a catch for 7. So for the Titans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the season. And in week 4, they will be on the road for a matchup with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they will fall to 1-2 now, and they will be at home in Week 4, where they will take on the Denver Broncos. And with that is going to be it. Another 1 o'clock scheduled game is wrapped up. We're only down to one game here in the 1 o'clock schedule for Week 3. That is the Eagles at the Commanders, and then we'll turn our attention to the 4 o'clock scheduled games. The games in LA, Arizona, Seattle, and in Tampa Bay. But if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this game. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are now on the road to 300 subscribers on the channel. That is literally one of the most amount of subscribers I've ever had on the channel. Let's continue grinding, y'all. In the next game, we're going to be in Washington, as I mentioned. The Washington Commanders, looking to get into the win column. But they have a tough test at home. It may be, who knows. But they will match up with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.